Hi, this is Trendencias, and I am Carlos Marrero reporting on the exciting world of fashion, beauty, and entertainment. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. This is Trendencias, the show where we talk about fashion, beauty, entertainment. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk that much about coronavirus anymore because we want to keep the things light and fluffy and fashion and cute. So, thank you for joining us every Sunday. I encourage you to please follow us in all of our social medias. If you know how to do a watch party, please do so. And the way you do that on Facebook, you click at the bottom of the video and then you click share where it says start watch party, and you can click start watch party and you can share it with all of your friends. So we can keep growing and we keep expanding our fashion, neighborhood, as I call it. I am so excited tonight because I have a fellow Puerto Rican friend and designer. His name is Carlos Aponte. He is a fierce designer right here in Miami. And I am so excited. We are doing the shows now, only a half hour, if you haven't noticed. So let's bring the guest right away and welcome Carlos Aponte. Hi, Carlos.
Hello, Carlos.
Oh, Luis Oponte. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Aponte. Oh my God. We just bred each other like Carlos Aponte, Luis Aponte, Luis
Yes,
Aponte.
we're both from Puerto Rico, so you know.
Exactly. Oh my God. Okay, rewind. Let's start again. Just kidding. Luis, I'm so excited that you are here with us tonight. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing great, thank you. I'm very excited. I'm very honored to be part of the show tonight. I'm very excited about the topics we're going to be covering.
I know. Before we start with that, you are originally from Puerto Rico. For those of you who are watching the show, I know of, I was going to say again, Carlos Aponte, Luis Aponte. I know of him. I know his work because we use some of the models, same models, and we use some of the same photographers. We have so many friends in common, but I have never met him in person. But the beauty of this new Zoom, which is not Zoom, is StreamYard, but this part of the shows is that we can be anywhere. And Luis, I was going to call you Carlos again. Luis, Luis. My father's name is Luis. Luis, where in Puerto Rico are you from?
I'm from Caguas, very
Okay,
close
so
to
you're
San
like
Juan.
northeast, right?
Yeah, below San Juan, yes.
Yeah. We don't do geography. We just do cute clothes, right?
Yeah.
I'm from Mayagüez, the opposite side.
Oh,
So
yeah, you're all the way to
all the way
west.
west. Go west. Were you born and raised there?
Yes, I lived there my whole life. I moved to Ponce in the south for a couple of years to study pharmacy. But then
Pharmacy. Oh my God.
I know. And then so it's short, I switched careers and then I moved here to Miami in 2012. So it's been a few
Oh, so
years.
you are kind of newish. I moved here in 1994.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a little bit more mature. I don't want to call myself old. I'm more seasoned. Let's just say seasoned with adobo. So you moved here, and you moved here because something in particular.
well, I was
School.
looking for yes, I was looking to have a formal education in fashion. So I went to Miami International University of Art and Design.
Okay.
And then I graduated in 2014. And then that year was very special for me because when I was graduating, I was able to showcase my collection in Mercedes-Benz New York Fashion Week,
So
which
you start
was
right away with New
I
York Fashion Week.
know it was an amazing experience. Let me tell
Oh
you.
wow! Little Puerto
So
Rican Project Runway.
yes, actually, but I switched like that fashion switch turned on when I was watching Project Runway one time. I was the season for Christian Siriano.
Oh wow! So that's what clicked the switch, the light
Yes,
switch,
and I
the
was
bulb.
like, oh my god, I could be doing that. I would love to do that. And
Let me
then,
ask you. Let me
yes.
ask you a question. When you were younger, um, did you like usually designers either start playing or dressing Barbie or playing with your mom's clothes or trying to dress your mom? In my case, I did all of the above.
Me
Um,
too.
I used to draw from the patterns that my grandma used to make clothes. What was your trajectory
So
from young?
so for me, I've always had that fashion gene in me. But growing up and having expectations on what a career should be for me, and pharmacy is a family business, so I was very encouraged to follow that path. And um, but then I at some point I discovered that all my life I was very artistic. Even when I was doing my bachelor's in sciences, I was taking sculpture classes, and you know, I was one of the best in the class. I had good ideas and very out of the box, and but I didn't pursue them then. I guess I just needed to have some experience and be ready to take over fashion. And don't get me wrong, all these discipline that I learned from my science background and from pharmacy school. I was in a doctorate degree, level degree. I didn't finish it. I quit before, because imagine all of this behind the counter. But it gave me the structure. It gave me
The discipline is what you said, which is the
yes,
perfect word. Yeah.
to follow through.
Yeah, I in my case, not to go back to me, but it does always go back to me. But my father was very strict,
Yes.
very very strict. I went to Catholic school, and I hated him back then, and now I have thanked him so much since I've grown older, because he gave me that discipline that most people of the younger generation, I find now, they just want it now. They want it,
Yes.
like I call it the Kardashian syndrome. They want to be famous now, blah blah blah, and because of social media, everybody can
Yes.
create a name. So it's a different world, but you do need to have the discipline to work with the punches and to keep going at it.
Yes. Definitely.
So let's talk a little bit about some of your clothes, so some of your garments.
Mhm.
Did you start with female and then transition into and then added male? Because that's usually the case,
Yes. So I
right?
started doing women's wear.
Okay.
We expanded then to swimsuit suits, and then we expanded into menswear. Like, this is part of my latest collection.
Okay.
We photographed it here in Miami. Like, we embrace the whole Latin vibe and our Latin background. I designed most of the prints. We try to do everything locally, so we're very sustainable in terms that we support the local market. We buy fabrics from local vendors. We employed local seamstresses, pattern makers, uh, and we also offer opportunities for interns that want to know a little bit more about fashion and the industry and the fashion scene here in Miami. So we use this platform to promote and to help the new generation as well.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, I
Thank
love
you.
these garments. I love that you, like me, we like to create the fabrics, and I can see uh, the matching mask on the right. It's just beautiful, that print of those flowers, the purples and the pinks, and all of that, which is very in right now. That's why I'm wearing pink today. But it's beautiful. This other print on the left, the black and white, is giving me some sort of Grecian feel to it.
Yes, actually, that's the signature print for the season.
Okay.
For these prints, we were inspired by, this whole um, Medusa. We changed it for the Statue of Liberty, so we wanted to have that neoclassic feel to the line. So we, instead of using a face of a Greek goddess, we used the face of the Statue of Liberty, and
Oh my
we
God, that is
yes.
so cool. I wish I would have taken a picture of it up close because I didn't see that. Oh, beautiful.
Yes, well, we will see it in the next slide. In this
Oh, that's right.
slide,
Okay. Okay.
in this slide, that fabric says, freedom, love, and beauty, because I feel like that's a characteristic that I identify with the American dream, and this collection was all about embracing being an American and what is that we're looking forward in this new future.
And so then after this beautiful female line comes the matching, because I see the fabric on the pants here and the mask as well, which is the same fabric as the girl, right?
Yes, yes.
Beautiful pants. I must have that to match the shirt the polo I'm wearing right now.
Yes, and they have a slit in the bottom, so you can see a little bit of the shoe.
Which is very in right now. The slit at the bottom, at the cuffs, so the shoe can show. Absolutely.
Yes.
I am obsessed. Those people that watch my show and know my line, they know that I used to do a lot of printed T-shirts, and I transitioned, but I might go back to it. But this print, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with the colors, the palette, the green, the turquoise, the yellow, the Statue of Liberty. It's almost like you did. It wasn't until you told me it was the Statue of Liberty that I'm seeing it now, the Statue of Liberty, which is kind of like the way that I like to see prints. I sometimes, first of all, I'm not a fan of like names of the designers all over the place. That's just my take. So, and I actually like things that are hidden and that you have to find and to keep looking. And that's what this T-shirt and beautiful mask is giving me.
Thank you. Yes, yes, that's the whole purpose of it. We want to also give a little spin and a little fun to it.
Yeah, I love the I was gonna say blouse. The shirt on the right, which is kind of like it's giving me a kimono vibe.
Oh yes,
it's beautiful.
Thank you.
We have all the people watching. They're living for it. Luis, talk to me about that shirt. Is this a shirt to me? Okay, as a kind of designer, I'm feeling like this is a shirt that would transcend into other seasons for you.
Yes, it's a very we try to do as a sustainable brand, we believe in slow fashion, and we want to give pieces that are going to be timeless and that our customers can keep wearing season after season. So they can change the pant, they can change something, they could put on a blazer, a jacket, and it's still a shirt that they can still it will be still on trend from here into like couple of years.
One of the things that I was so excited to have you here for is because you do clothes that people wear. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You do clothes that people can wear every day. You and I'm not reading the couturiers or the people that are extra, because we live for that whole fantasy.
Yes.
But when you are a self-made designer, you have to pick a lane, and you pick the lane that is wearable fashion. Do you know what I mean? Like ready to wear.
Yes, and for me, when I remember being at school, coming fresh from Puerto Rico, I will be so easy. It will come to me like different gowns and feathers and stuff, and it was an acquired taste that it was a challenge for me to create clothes that it's everyday and it's casual and people can actually wear them and feel fabulous in them.
So let me ask you a question. How did the pandemic transform your business? Anything that you want to tell me about where you were? How did you handle? Because I had to keep reinventing and do masks and do this in order to survive. And people think that we have it made because we have pretty pictures and great Instagrams and whatever. But in the meantime, we need to eat.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So talk to me about pandemic and Luis Oponte Atelier.
So during the pandemic, it was a transitional, a very a time that it was remarkable in terms of the direction we took. We embraced the online, we started doing masks. Like, many designers in at the first stages that masks were not accessible, we started making them, donating them to first responders, to hospitals, nurses, everyone. Even I started giving them away to customers or people who will just reach out to me, and then we'll take donations to pay for the delivery of the masks.
Mhm.
um, and then from there, then we started selling them, when, because there was a moment that the masks were accessible and everybody was starting to get them, so we kept doing them. But we were selling them.
Yeah.
Then like every business, we had to close our doors, and for a few, for a little time, while we could get back on the horse. uh, right now, we are very invested in online. So
Mhm.
everybody who is watching, there's my Instagram, so feel free to
Wait,
follow us.
and here's your website,
uh,
luisaponteatelier.com.
yes.
Luisaponteatelier.com.
All those
Please,
items.
people, support designers that are like Luis, that are like good people. They do wearable clothes. By the way, I know my women that are watching right now, and I'm sorry that I cut you off, but
No, it's okay.
I came back for this pantsuit on the left because this is very today. To me, this is
Yes.
very relaxed. I believe that the pandemic changed all of that con- overly constructed.
Yes.
It's a lot of loose. I kid around and I say that it's because of the COVID 20 pounds that we put on. So we have to hide it. Do you know what I mean? Tell the
Yes, I
truth and
do.
shame the devil. Tell the
Oh,
truth, shame the
hey,
devil.
listen, I know
We
what you're
gained the
talking
weight, so we have
about.
to use the sweaters and all of that stuff. So to
Yeah,
me,
and the
that
kimonos
yeah,
too.
exactly, exactly. That's why I'm doing the wraps. The
Yes.
yes, and I eat a wrap and I make a wrap. So
So, but just so you know, everything in those pictures is available on the online store in all the sizes. So, just so you know.
yeah, yeah. And I have seen pictures on your Instagram that they're not, which is the same as me. I don't design for the usual model size, and that's it. It's
Yes.
stuff that is very exchangeable. All right. So
Yes.
we talked a little bit about you, and I want to keep moving because you create some beautiful wearable clothes that are uh, I don't know the price point, but I'm assuming they're affordable
Yes, they are.
for people. And it leads me to one of my favorite sections of the show, which is the fashion news of the week. And in the fashion news of the week, we have this kind of interesting jumper sweater from, let me just get the slide right here. It's from Louis Vuitton. It's an $8,000 puppet sweater that has people all up in arms. $8,000 sweater for this sweater.
And it's sold
Oh,
out. It's sold out. I can't
oh,
believe.
yeah, it's sold out. I can't believe.
Yes.
Yes, yes, it is sold out. This clownish jumper is among the number one pieces of the Louis Vuitton line right now, and it's like you said, it's sold out. There was another. It's part of another pieces that are part of this line. That there's a baseball jacket that is
Yes.
$6,100, and then there's a
Yes.
hoodie for $7,450. I just can't believe that this
Yes.
is it. What I love is that people are like losing it on Instagram. I mean, on Twitter. I want to read a couple of them because they're amazing. It says
Okay. Okay.
how hard can be attaching your old stuffies to your sweater be? You know.
No.
Another one says like the pandemic did this. Isolation craziness. Many followers suggested that the same sweater could be made for a fraction of the price with a standard craft supplies or simply rummaging through a child's room. I think these are all the components for these sweaters you could get at Walmart, and after that, a few stitches, and you can make it for like $24. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well,
What
it
are your
carries a
thoughts?
lot of personality. Definitely it's a standout piece. I respect it, but I'm not the target market here, and I can imagine many of us are not.
Oh,
But I do appreciate and the reference of Lady Gaga wore something like that in 2009.
yeah, with all the Muppets, right?
Wait, Kermit.
The frog, right? The green frog.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes.
Yeah, but that's
So
Lady Gaga on stage. This
I
is like
know.
crazy. This is crazy.
Well, but I could imagine myself wearing that right now and doing a little shimmy
I was
shimmy,
just gonna say in a Zoom call maybe, but I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know.
yeah.
Well, let me just take a minute because we need to take 30 seconds for a word from our sponsors, and the our sponsors this week is the Marrero collection. Imagine that. So the Marrero collection, you can get your Ruana at marrerocollection.com. And now let's continue with the show because this month is New York Fashion Week. And it
Mhm.
was primarily virtual. But there was a lot of buzz for those people that did present because not everybody's presenting because everybody's like watching their coin or kind of like slowing it down, trying to figure out
Mhm.
what their next step is. And we picked some of you and I picked some of our favorite trends, and we're just going to talk through them so our viewers can figure out what to wear from the waist up. I'm just kidding. But but you can wear it, wherever you go if going somewhere and hopefully practicing safety out there. And the first trend that we have is knits, and the new knits for fall. Designers were serving up some very witty knits, and some of the greatest designers style with a two-tone sweater right here in the middle. I'm obsessed. And the pants on the right hand side, the yellow pants, the ochre, that butter color, I just love it.
Oh my god, I'm living for that.
Talk to me about your feeling with the knits and what
Oh
do you
my
feel about
god.
these looks?
Well, I think the knits are making a big impact now because it's a very comfortable fabric. They stretch with your body. It's allowing the trend to because most of us we are at home most of the time now. We're doing work from home, doing different things, not so out there. And sometimes we are in the house and we go outside and we want to wear something that can transition from being at home to being outside. And I think this is a lot of what is going on with this trend.
Well, I just love it. And I think it goes back to comfort. I think
Yes.
it goes back to that kind of, yeah, to me, it's that comfort feel to it. The next, we always have a color for the season, and it seems like um, pink doesn't go out of style. So, but I
Mhm.
have presented pink. I swear, I've been doing Trendencias now for almost a year, and every season, pink keeps coming back, and I love me some pink. But in this particular show, green was the color of the season, and
Mm.
it was dubbed the leprechaun of the Pantone colors. In the for fall up to fall 2021 predictions. So
Oh
the green
wow.
is going to take you from spring to fall, that dubbed leprechaun, and the hue falls playfully somewhere over the rainbow and between the emerald and Kelly green. Um, what do you
I
feel about the garments, or what do you feel about talk to me about the color first?
Okay, so the color I love, and at this point we start thinking about St. Patty's Day, so it kind of gives me that vibe. And actually, I think it's a great color. I love green in general,
Yeah.
and this tone of green, it looks very elegant and very versatile. Like it could go match to different other colors like orange, like blue. If you want to be more subtle, you could do black. um, Regarding the styles, my favorite is the middle one, the Anazui one.
Yes, that Anazui with a matching mask is very beautiful. I actually like the separates on the right hand side The more sporty with it looks like a hoodie, but I don't think it's a
Mm-hmm.
hoodie. It gives me that kind of athletic wear, and
It's
I'm
super
very
in.
yeah. I love it. I love it. The next trend is sparks of joy, and I'm sure you love this because you're
Yes,
very
I
colorful like
do.
me. We love. We're very cha-cha. We're very Puerto Rican
Oh,
Latinos, and this
yes,
is
we are.
uh-huh. Because we could, I mean, the thing is like, who couldn't use a spark of joy? Designers serve up electrifying collections packed with playful pieces that you couldn't have a bad day in. Talk to me about these pieces or
Oh
in
my God.
general.
So, okay. So the second one is my favorite one. It's Zimmerman. Zimmerman is one of my favorite designers of all. Every time I think about Zimmerman, I think about sleeve. I think about the cuts. The fabrics are so rich. And definitely we can see it there. It's amazing. This collection, I had a moment today to go through the whole collection, and actually it's so beautiful.
I love that the things that are sticking out, they're not beads, are they? I don't know
They
what they
are
are.
like, they look like leather trims.
Yeah, I love the volume of it all. I love the subtleness in between the colors is beautiful to me. But I'm actually on the right hand side. Don't read me, but the Colina Estrada. I actually like that cha-cha skirt. I don't love it with the blouse. I would keep it with like a plain white Carolina Herrera looking blouse.
Oh, yes.
But I don't know. I think it's borderline too much. But then again, we just talked about a sweater full of puppets. So I don't think it's too much. I think it's very fun. I think maybe I will lose a couple of the bottom layers. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I kind of like that feel of it. The one
Yeah,
on the
it's a
left is my
beautiful
least
skirt.
favorite. I forgot who that was. But yeah, that's not so much for me.
Yeah,
Now,
no.
this blanket dressing is what I'm talking about. This is what I've been trying to do because I was doing this ponchos and then I started doing these wraps, and I'm kind of obsessed with this cape. To me, the comfort dressing during the pandemic is definitely not breaking, but thankfully designers keep offering fresh takes on this
Hmm.
uh, cozy vibe. I don't know.
Yes.
Talk to me. Talk
Yes,
to me.
I really like, there's always a room for minimalistic colors and being more tone on tone and having a more neutral color palette. And I think this is a good take on it, and it feels so comfy, and it feels like very like something you could just put on top of your pajama and just go to the grocery store if we were living like in a cold place.
Well, that's what I was just gonna say that, and I didn't want to interrupt you. But to me, that's what it gives me. It gives me a little bit more up north, from North Carolina up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because the other ones are giving you more like the Miami Cha Cha vibe. But I kind of love this. The cape is very royal, like Charlotte just said right now. But I kind of like this jacket in the middle with that beautiful skirt. Uh, Obsessed with the other coat on the right hand
Oh my
side. It
God,
looks
cocoon looking structure. I love it.
yeah, yeah. Hello, Gretchen. Yes, this will go great in the Northwest. And the next trend, we have to keep it moving right along. The next trend is pure fantasy. And this is actually a designer's dream. This is actually where we escape from reality. For those with sweatpants fatigue, you can rejoice because glamour, glitter on the runways, there were a lot of them. And, you can still have like cocktails. I haven't been to many parties, to be honest with you, because I'm completely petrified still. But there's
Mhm.
people that are going out, and
Yes.
they're, I don't want to say behaving, but they're taking their necessary precautions. And you can wear this orange outfit right here in the middle is giving me full life. I
Yes.
could see it with one of your gorgeous masks or mine, in the middle in the orange. And then if you want to be a bird and fly away from this madness, you can just wear the, the Tia Adiola ethereal feather gown, which is a true fashion moment in flight. Um, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I think that weddings are still happening. There are still
Can you
events that
imagine
people.
getting married with all that feather? I love it.
Yes, You
Oh
know,
my God.
with only five invite people showing up and a whole crowd looking through Facebook. But hey, listen,
Exactly.
people.
A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
Yes, but life keeps going on, and there's still room for this type of wear, not as popular and common as before. But I think little by little, we will get there once everything goes back to normal. Hopefully.
What about I actually like the one on the left, the dress with all the bling, the little glitter.
Oh
They look like palm
yes,
trees.
yes. I was going to tell you.
And I live
I
for the
like that.
sandal. I love the sandal. I mean
Yes, I
the
think the whole look is very, very well
it's
put
chic. It's very
together.
chic. It's very simple but sophisticated, stylish. In love, in love. And now we're going to close our trends with the last trend, which is chill pantsuiting. And
Ooh.
this is not your average pantsuit. They're not your typical pantsuit. They're oversized. They're right down to the extra long hem. That some of them, like you said, they were having a slit at the bottom of the hem, so you could see the shoe. These are some beautiful suits. I'm kind of loving the red one. The one in the red, she's giving me very Sade. I don't know if you
Yes.
know, but she's giving me very Sade. Talk to me about what you feel.
I like, I'm all for the white pants and having, a little bit of oversize and having a little 90s vibe into it, which I love. And I love Provence's cooler. I love the Emma in that Provence.
Oh, Ella Emma.
Ella, yes. I was like,
Yes. For those of you who are watching, the one on the right hand side with the curly hair and the glasses, she is none other than the stepdaughter of our currently Vice President, Miss Kamala Harris. So she's Ella Emhoff, who stole the show at the presidential swearing with that gorgeous jacket and all that beads on the collar.
yes.
She's a fashion student at Parsons in New York City right now, and she was signed by one of the most prestigious modeling agencies.
IMG.
Yeah,
Yes.
IMG. And this
Yeah.
is her first shows in New York Fashion Week, and she killed it. She killed it. I
Yes.
love her weird look. To me,
Yes.
she gives me Harry Potter girl.
Oh my God. It's so true.
Right?
Yes. I love it. I love
She's
it.
like the female Harry Potter.
Yes.
I love when a girl doesn't try to be pretty, but she's like, I don't want to say ugly pretty because she's not ugly, but it's
No,
just
she's
that
pretty.
it's not like that conventional like pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like hey, listen. She looks fabulous with that hair. I love it. It's a little bit retro. It's giving me, it's giving me a life.
Do you know what it gives me? It gives me security.
Yes.
It gives me like I beat to my own drum and I don't give to whatever about what you think about me.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
you know what? I give it to her. Good for her.
She looks beautiful.
And we're not talking politics here in the show, but give me some Kamala Harris because I love her. So there you go. Hate me if you want to. This is not a political show, but I just love me some Kamala Harris because she won't put up with nothing. Well, I was just gonna say, Luis, this is it. It's half hour. We're done.
Oh my God!
We went over a little bit because we have a Kiki, a fashion Kiki. Thank you so much for being with us, and
Thank you for having me.
Hopefully, you can have me over. I mean, you can have me over. You can have me over for dinner. You can cook for me some mofongo. But hopefully, we can do this again. And
of course,
I cannot wait to see what you do next. I can't wait to meet you in person. I adore you. I love your clothes. Thank you for being with us. For those of you who were watching, thank you for watching Trendencias. Please keep it cute. And you remember, if you're on Zoom, pay attention to that makeup and dust the wig and put it on and look cute. Until then, his name was Carlos Aponte, and then we changed it to Luis Oponte. My name is Carlos Marrero, and you were watching Trendencias. Bye!
Bye!